All right. First question. Oh, sorry. Yeah. How do investors invest in waste vegetable oil?
They're going to have to buy it somehow.
Wait, how do you buy waste vegetable oil? Like,
I'm confused as to how you're getting it if not purchasing it is my question.
We'll explain that later.
no, well, okay, so like, how do investors invest in it? Like, do they like tell restaurants to cook more?
No, here, it's just like how oil was. Like when people discovered oil,
But this is waste vegetable oil.
No,
like, how do you like get restaurant like?
Can I answer this?
Go ahead.
Please. Okay, look, when they found oil, they were like, hey, here's some black liquid. But when they found a use for it, then a market developed. That's the exact same thing. Cooking oil now is viewed as a waste, but when you develop a market for it, that's when you get investors.
So are you gonna like tell like investors to invest in restaurants so they can cook more, so they can get waste vegetable oil?
I'm just confused as to who do the investors invest in to create the overspeculation bubble? The restaurants that you claim will be selling the oil?
The investors are going to invest in any way that will benefit their industry.
Okay, all right.
We didn't outline a specific. What?
What does that even mean?
It means that investors are going to invest in cooking oil.
All right, so
we don't know. We don't say they're going to invest in like restaurants or anything, but the market itself is going to be invested in. We didn't outline a specific place where they're going to put the money.
All right, next question. You say the stimulus was not enough. The stimulus provides $70 billion for alternative energy. How is that not enough?
Of alternative energy. The stimulus didn't pick.
So, like, didn't they pick like a bunch of winners, and then investors just go invest in there like super fast?
You can't pick a bunch of winners. Like they picked alternative energy. They didn't.
Oh, so the government picked alternative energy. Why didn't it just spur insane investment into alternative energy then?
That's what our evidence indicates, that only picking a winner creates the bubble. Investing in all forms of alternative energy won't create the bubble because it doesn't cause mass investment in one specific sector to begin with.
Okay, all right, that's cool, right? So talk about evidence real quick. Your evidence here seems to say that the reason we don't think there will be a great green bubble, there is not enough capital to inflate it. So if investors have no money, then how is there a bubble? I mean, look, your evidence seems to conclude that there is not enough capital to inflate it. Like, investors have no money. How does the plan give investors money? Doesn't the plan just give subsidies? Like, doesn't it make sure, like, doesn't it make...
Subsidies to the Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Which will create the market.
Whoa. How is the Coast Guard like an investor?
You're going to have... Okay, the point I don't think you're getting
This is a different argument. No, this isn't the same argument. This has to be the Yarrow evidence you read. It says bubble won't happen unless investors have more capital. How do we give investors more capital?
You give them a market to invest in.
All right, cool. Next. All right, so you seem to make the argument here that says that, we can't solve because Coast Guard military. Name me one piece of evidence that you read that says the Coast Guard. Name me a piece of evidence that we read that says Coast Guard. Yeah.
Our evidence indicts the Department of Defense. If you can prove
the Coast Guard's part of
the Department of Defense,
it falls under the Department of Defense's jurisdiction.
If we prove that the Coast Guard is able to work efficiently just by getting
around the
Department
of Defense.
So you're just saying the Department of Defense doesn't work?
It will, if the
Coast Guard if we just give subsidies to the Coast Guard, like, here Coast Guard, here's money, go buy this. How's the DOD, what does the DOD
It has to go through the DOD in the first. It's the overseeing body of all forms of the United States military.